So y'all saw me yesterday. If you watched Detroit Lions Syndicate, that's my baby over there, pushing 12,000. I got goals, man. I got goals. But I made a video over there, and the Lions did something. I can't believe I almost forgot to talk about this. We traded for Riley Patterson. Now, it's a conditional 7th-round pick. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it could be a 6th-round pick if what? We win a playoff game or something? If he makes the team, I don't know. But the Detroit Lions trade for Riley Patterson. Riley Patterson's name should sound familiar. Does it? It should. We cut him a year ago in favor of Austin Seibert, who we then cut. We cut Austin Seibert. Now, coming out of training camp, Riley Patterson was horrible. He was horrible. So he got beat out by Austin Seibert. We cut Austin Seibert, and we were in kicker purgatory. We had no kicker. So we signed Dominic Eberle. We signed dudes I can't even remember. I think somebody's name was Rojas. Aldrich Rojas, something like that. We signed a few kickers, and none of them worked out. Now, I mentioned in my video yesterday that kicker, or lack thereof, might have cost us a playoff spot. And I'm going to stand by that. We missed a kick in Minnesota. Dan Campbell had an opportunity to kick another time, and he chose to go for it. And I don't know it was a deep ball or something like that. But if you have a reliable kicker, you take the kick. Braylon says Money Badger saved us. That's good. And I agree. And now Money Badger is going to be in competition. And coming out of Detroit Lions camp, it looks like there will be a three-person competition. They did not cut Tony John Parker Romo. They did not cut Michael Badgley. It will be a 3-person kicking competition. They also did not say because he's not officially signed yet. When he's officially signed, they will then release the corresponding move to make that spot for him. Rainbow Girl says Patterson is greater than Money Badger, in my opinion. I actually agree with you, and I was livid when we cut him. I was so mad. Jacksonville decides to scoop him up immediately, right? Now, here's the thing about this. Brandon McManus was cut after an entire career with the Denver Broncos, not even on the market for 48 hours, snatched up, right? Lions didn't take a shot. Okay, fine. Snatched up, he now plays for the Denver Broncos. It had been reported earlier that day that Riley Patterson was waived. So imagine my surprise when I get back and I hear that we traded for Riley Patterson because they did not release him like we did. They kept him. They traded for him, and now he is a Detroit Lion. To me, that's the Lions admitting to a mistake and rectifying it. If you go and trade for a guy that you released less than 365 days later, you're saying, hey, we made a mistake. That's what you're saying. It was wrong. We made a mistake. And right now, they're going to have a 3-person competition. Now, one of these guys will go to the practice squad. In my opinion, I don't think Michael Badgley stays that long. I just don't. Somebody going to need a kicker somewhere. Robbie Gould is still a free agent. There's a lot of players that's still free agent, a lot of kickers. I think Michael Badgley could get picked up. Paul says, would it be a waste to have 2 kickers, Peterson and Money Badger? So they wouldn't do that, Paul. They usually keep 1 on the practice squad. There's usually a kicker on the practice squad. So that's probably what they're going to do. I don't think it's going to be Badgley, though. I feel like Badgley might get picked up because people saw what he did last year. Now, he cost us some games, though. He did cost us at least 1. I know he missed the Buffalo Bills kick. And if the Lions were content, they wouldn't even attempt. They didn't go after Brandon McManus, right? Maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they felt he was too old. I think he's only 32, right? But they went after a guy that they released. And we all knew it was a mistake when they did it. But they released a guy and traded for him. So I'm guessing, like I said, the conditional 7th round can be bumped up to a 6th because there's no 8th round anymore, right? So that's what they did. So it's going to be intriguing how this thing goes. I will rock with Badgley and Lil Die on that hill. Well, you know what? We'll see. We'll see. Because the Lions obviously don't trust him, bro. If they did, then they wouldn't have traded for Badgley. They wouldn't have picked up John Parker Romo. You know what I mean? I mean, you need at least another kicker. And Rainbow Girl says Badger weak on 50-plus yards. Yeah, he is. I'm sticking with Badger until he has a 60% field goal percentage. Patterson for the win. Okay, so let me ask you this. Who do you think wins this job? Matt Derry from Locked On Lions seems to believe the kicker isn't on the roster right now, that all 3 of them will be cut. And if that happens, then I'm going to feel some type of way because we could have picked up Brandon McManus. But we didn't even, as far as I know, we didn't even try to. So who do you think will win the kicking job come week 1 of the NFL season? Don't forget, they got training camp. We have another round of OTAs, and then we have the preseason. And the preseason is when jobs are secured. Okay, so Kid Rapper says Patterson. Jimbo says Patterson. And I believe that Patterson will win it as well. And I think that either Parker Romo or Badgley will be on the practice squad. I think Parker will stay. I think Badgley will get picked up. Rainbow Girl says Patterson. I like Badgley, but competition is good for all positions. Forces people to be their best. I agree. And KD3, the lone wolf, says Money Badger. Braylon says Badgley as well. All right, so we got the consensus is Riley Patterson. Let me know in the comments below who wins the kicking position.